welcome to another episode of the Mr. Anthony Show. Damn it, let's go. What? Come on, man. Stop playing with the people. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I definitely appreciate you all joining me once again on the latest episode of the Mr. Anthony Show. I definitely and will always and forever start and end with the love. You got to show the people love. Because without love, what do we have left? Hate. And who got time for that? Nobody. So we always gonna start and end with the love. I really and sincerely and humbly appreciate every single one of you that takes time to even spend 30 seconds watching me run my mouth. I appreciate it. I sincerely do. I'm very humble. It's been a very short journey. I mean, just to think this thing started just a little over 30 days ago. And we're about to cusp 10,000 views on YouTube. It's been good, you know. I know, in the grand scheme of things, those are some low numbers, but for a newcomer to the game, just a few days, a month in, I'm very, very appreciative of all the love and support. Definitely, please get over to the YouTube channel, y'all. Please go check that out. Go check out the YouTube channel. The full episodes are there. The shorts are there too. So go over there, check it out, and subscribe. Let's get those numbers up over there at YouTube. We need the subscriber number. The views are looking great, but we need them subscriber numbers up. We need them up, y'all. So do me that favor. When you go spend that 10, 15, 30 seconds, minute and a half, however long you spend over there on the YouTube channel, before you do anything, hit that subscribe and that like button, y'all. Let me go and get the fellas in. What's good? What's good, fellas? My brothers, my brothers. Man, everything good, man. Trying to maintain in this dirty game. I appreciate y'all joining me this evening on the Mr. Anthony Show. Got two of the homies from back in the day with me. Got Mr. Ken Hard and Mr. Harden from McKinley, all the way through junior high, all the way through high school. What's good with you, Ken? He repping, he Chi-Town all day, but he down in the ATL.
I'm down in that A-Town, man. Yes, I'm all right, brother. Bless, man. Look, I'm alive. That's good enough for me. You know what I'm saying? But I was gonna say to you earlier, I'm gonna pay a quick homage, real quick, to somebody dear and important to you, and I know he would be right here with you doing this right here. One of the most incomparable, the impeccable, the undeniable Jerome Baines, JB. He probably have a whole tune singing for the podcast show, man, with his singing ass, man.
Yeah,
hey, bro, we miss you, brother. When I say you had one of the most solid best friends ever, bro, and he was that.
Yeah, no doubt. He's definitely dearly missed. For sure. We definitely appreciate you joining in. Cup, what's good, buddy? It's good to have you back, homie.
Big dog.
Mr. Ant, you know what it is.
Big dog.
Y'all know what it is. It's a pleasure when the guys meet, man, especially when we're coming into positivity, upliftment, giving back to the community.
Yes, sir.
Giving back to our people. Man, I'm very intrigued. I thank you so much, man. It's the second one, so this way it's at. Then I'm rolling all the way through to the doors.
Yeah, and we got a lot of movement too, man, off that episode you and I did too, brother. A lot of people appreciated your candid,
I did.
Being candid, being honest, you know what I'm saying, sharing your situation and your journey, you know what I'm saying?
I appreciate all the fans too, man, and everybody. Yeah. Like I say, I appreciate you, Ant, for giving me an opportunity to share my story, my life, man. Sure. So it's deeply to the heart. Thanks, bro.
So no doubt. Good work. But we're going to keep it pumping, man, and this is what this platform is for. You know what I'm saying? This ain't one of them joints where people come on here and have to, act a particular type of way. We're going to be who we is because that's all we is. And,
But at the end of the day, we here to give the world some game and some love. So that's what the Mr.
Yes, sir.
Anthony Show is all about, man. So we gonna get rolling. I got two hot topics. Two man, this first one is really just the passion of this brother. It just compelled me to want to share it. I've seen it pop up a couple more times on some, hit different, platforms. But man, this brother right here is just speaking on being grateful. So let's check him out.
Sure.
But it's a motherfucker in a Honda wishing he had a Ferrari. It's a motherfucker riding a bike wishing
I saw
he had
this.
a Honda. It's a motherfucker at a bus stop wishing he had a fucking bike. It's a motherfucker homeless on a bench wishing he had car fare to be on a bus because it's too fucking cold outside. It's a motherfucker in a hospital bed wishing he was fucking homeless to even walk because he's paralyzed. And it's a motherfucker dead, burning in hell right now, wishing he was fucking a paraplegic so at least, even though his body don't work, his mouth work, and he be praying every motherfucking day trying to avoid going to the hellfire. Be grateful, man. You know what I'm saying? Be grateful. And never let desperation change your destination. Never let frustration change your destination. Never let temptation change your destination. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, it's hard. But it's worth it.
Wow.
I saw that. I saw that a few times last week.
Yeah, man. I've watched it numerous times. Just the brother's passion. You know what I'm saying? And you could tell he was coming from a place with that one. You know what I mean? It wasn't like, he was just sitting here reading, some scripted little situation. He felt that. You could feel it. You know what I mean? But before I get the, going, what's your take on where he coming from, Ken? How you feel about that?
So we just was discussing about my car being in the shop, and I had to struggle to get it out. It took an extra day. I lost some money behind it, and paperwork was messed up. But like he just said, it's a guy on the bus stop, and it's a guy walking, wish he can go through this. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if you listen to the song by Walter Hawkins called "Be Grateful," it says in there, you can't have just good time. Okay, so with that, as us turning the age that we've turned this year, a lot of us are ungrateful because we tend to think that all bad situations are meant to harm us, or it's karma, or it's something like that. But I've learned to be grateful for the lesson. Matter of fact, me and Cup was talking about this, because me and Cup talk on the regular outside of social media. You know what I'm saying? You have to be grateful for every little thing, because if you're not, you also block your blessings that way. You know what I mean? If you're not grateful, if you don't take seriously what is being put in front of you, especially when it comes to lessons, because your lessons, to me, your lessons are the most richest things that you can ever have, because those are the things that bless you. Your lessons are supposed to teach you. So when you're grateful, you got to be grateful, because if you don't, you'll never learn how to live, period, if you're not grateful.
What you got for him, Cup?
Man, I'm going to tell you this. So when I got your text earlier, right?
Mm-hmm.
You like, hey, brother, we got something shaking, you available, whatever. And, I'm like, wow, this is amazing. Don't know what the topic is, but anytime that any type of positiveness is being, pushed in front of me, or allowing me to be able to witness it through my eye lens, I jump on it. I jump on that, because anything that's not positive, if it pops up, yeah, come on, let's get it, let's do it,
Right.
It's quick to do that. But positive things, we find excuses and we want to backtrack or whatever, and just sit it to the side. We really don't want to deal with it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so when that text came through, I was like, wow, because you don't know the next, moment or move to the next, you just always try and embrace yourself and and greatness and happiness and upliftness and things like that. So when you hit me with that text, I was like, yeah, I'm always, yes, sir, this is my guy. And plus, I want to be a part anyway. I know it's something positive, it's something great. And so I really needed this because now when you just hit me with that little insert, that clip of that brother so powerful, that speech he gave, I had a little, I was a little under the weather today, like not far as in sickness and ailments or anything, but in my mindset, I was like, man, I want to do this, I want this, I want to do this and do this, and then that greater power, that whatever we call that greater power, but my greater power was a little still voice said in my head was like, you got this going on, you ain't thankful for that. You got this going on, you ain't thankful for that. You ain't got this going on, you ain't thankful for that, bro. I'm talking about. And now you come with this, bro. I got chills, literally, for real. I got chills on me because even in this moment right here, I know I got my Orishas, my guardians.
Yes.
They still lead me and guide me when I don't even really know which way I'm going sometimes and be so confused on what's the next step and move. But they keep me in alignment. And like the brother just said, he said, don't let your situation change to make you do something out of desperation, out of, just a quick, swift thought of this, and the third, because it could cost you. And also, who knows other than me? Fast thinking, quick reactions without thinking. You know what I mean? Land you somewhere where we spoke before.
Right.
On one of your other previous shows, that it landed me in some places that I never wanted to be, because I was moving off an impulse, wasn't being grateful, wasn't thankful for, what you got.
Right.
It's
Right.
scripture. It's scripture that says that if you be faithful over little things, you're a ruler over many. See what I'm saying? So
yes, sir. That's a powerful one too.
That was a powerful insert that you just gave with that brother right there, man. Talking about
I
that.
agree.
And it touched me because I
agree.
needed it. And I appreciate you, Ant, for real. You don't even know that. One more thing before I end, and I know we're gonna move to the next segment. It's a brother that I look at on YouTube. Y'all gotta check him out. BDL 1014. Good brother. He says that we don't know that your aura and who you are could be blessings to other people. And the way they survive is through the blessing that's on you, that you'll carry them because you're in close proximity or close relation with them. So
Right.
point I'm saying is I'm giving that to you, Ant, because you a blessing to me, bro, because the word that you just shared with me through that clip you just played was well needed for my soul, for my spirit, to let me know, keep running, keep fighting, don't make quick impulsive decisions, because that's where I was on this edge. Like I'm teeter-tottering, like, okay, you can make a few extra coins over here, you could do this, you could do this, because I got a few things lined up that I'm waiting on. But because you don't want to be patient and then look at what you got to be grateful and thankful, it'll cause you to make a sudden quick reaction and decision that
end up costing you dearly really in the long run.
So I thank you, man, so much, man. That's really a blessing that you shared this opportunity with me once again, big bro.
For sure, bro. Again. I got you. But I mean, the brother definitely hit home for me, man. And I was just, speaking on this on a clip that I had put out. I don't know, it was one of them clips, but it was just really touching on just, oh yeah. When there's always someone out there in a worse situation than you. You know what I'm saying? You go ahead and jump in your car. Be blessed that you can jump in a car. 2, take a drive past the place in the area in your part of town or wherever that may be where homeless people are. See how they live, and then double back on your feelings, because you was in. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to get in our feelings, man. When we get in a situation, everybody done probably had that one thing where they was just like, things we just take it for granted because it just seemed like this situation is so bad you can't get through it. I can't get through it, or can't get through it. This is the problem. That's the problem. And there's people out here not even eating.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Don't have a roof. And you whining
People ain't
about
in
what
their
you
right
got, and
mind.
you got a roof over your head, you got a car to get into, and you got a job to go to. Okay, you may be broke. That's all right. It happens. You know what I'm
It
saying?
happens, right?
One, but you alive. So if you alive,
Woo! Thank you,
you
Most
can go
High.
make some more money. You can go make some more money. You know what I'm saying? But if you homeless and on the streets, even in that situation, be grateful. It's
Yep,
bad,
you have to.
but be grateful. Why? Because you open your eyes. And that's another day. That's another day that you had the opportunity to go
Right.
fix whatever situation you in. So
That's right.
be grateful for life first. And everything else can get fixed. Everything else can get fixed, man. You know what I'm saying? You woke up this morning, that God gave you an opportunity, or whoever it is that you feels your higher power gave you an opportunity to go fix whatever it is you didn't fix, or do whatever you didn't do the previous day, man. So yeah, that brother,
Yes,
he hit
sir.
home with that one. That was real
That's
heavy.
why that's why I carry this C and G right here. That stands for Cup and God right there. That's my logo. I
Okay.
put that, keep that with me, right? Because like you
Right.
said, that's what keep on giving me that
That's
strength.
dope, bro.
Keep me running, man, because
That's
it get
dope.
difficult. But like you said, you gotta be grateful and thankful in all situations, man.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
You have
Yeah.
to, bro. Cause here's the thing, right? So one of the hardest things, especially in this digital and social media age, is when you first open your eyes, the average human being goes for that phone. And you be amazed with how your day start if you just lay there after you wake up and just be grateful in your spirit for about 10 minutes. Just lay there and be grateful. And just think about everything that you have and everything you survived, everything that you were able to encounter, every lesson. When I turned 50, I said in my post, I appreciate the good and the bad because they both taught me something.
Yes,
You know what I
sir.
mean? You have to be grateful, bro. You like it's we can say this so many ways, but if you don't put it in your perspective first and then come around and start practicing it, you have to walk in that. It's a lot of things. You have to walk in your spirit with that. You have to walk in within yourself to know that I love myself enough to know that I'm going to give God that praise for allowing me to still be here. I walk with a limp a little bit due to an accident, but guess what? Like I told my man, I was complaining about some shoes he had to go, some Jordans he had to go pawn. Explain that to a cat with no feet.
Mm,
You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Explain
powerful.
explain that ring you had to pawn to a person that got his fingers cut off, or nub, or one of the Africans that got their arms cut off in one of them wars when they got captured and put into prison. You know, tell it to somebody like that.
Mm,
You got so many things that can remind you of why you need to be grateful. But check this out. To be grateful starts with a choice.
yes, sir.
To be grateful starts with a choice. You have to choose to be grateful. You got to choose to be loving. You got to choose to be compassionate. You have to choose. You have to make the common conscious decision. Am I going to still be the same way, being ungrateful and complaining? Or am I going to really look at this whole thing and look at all the flowers and the forest from the trees and all that? Because you have to be grateful. When you be grateful and you're expressing how grateful, guess what? It transfers to me, which transfers to Cup, transfers to Ant, and then the Ant might take it to Poe. Poe might take it to so and so. So now you got a chain reaction of positive gratefulness. Why? Because of a choice.
Indeed.
No
Powerful,
doubt.
brother.
And
Powerful.
on that note, we're gonna leave it there. But
Yes, sir.
definitely you need to be grateful for just waking up. And the rest can get
Say it.
fixed. The rest
Say
can
it,
get
Ant.
fixed for
Say it.
sure.
Say it.
So yeah, let's jump on over to this next one now. This one right here. This one hit home for me too. And this is I'm not even gonna say nothing about it. Let's go.
if you work in a 9 to 5, I'm gonna need you to seriously start slacking on the job. Seriously, stop giving these corporations all your energy and you too depleted to go chase your dream. These people, no matter how good you are, no matter how studious you are, they will fire you at the drop of a dime and have somebody else in your seat before it's 4:15. So start slacking off so that you won't be too depleted to chase your own dream, because your boss is never going to pay you enough money to be their neighbor. And if you don't want to work hard for your own dream, there'll always be someone to hire you to come work hard for theirs.
Yeah.
Man.
Ton of bricks.
Man.
That's a ton of bricks. That's a ton of bricks right there.
Man, listen. So damn, this one right here for me, man. So the reality of, I'll just speak on the current situation, right? So, you know, I got this little podcast thing going, right? It's crazy work involved in the background of it, but I love doing it. You hear me?
Mhm.
Do I love getting up and doing my day-to-day job? Absolutely not. But I know I gotta do it at the moment. So, because one, it helps fund this thing. You know what I'm saying? So, but when the brother was so I'm with him 100%, you know, but he's saying slacking off, right? Start slacking off. And and if someone literally takes what he says here, right? That means stop doing your damn job. So for anybody out there that may be thinking that this man is saying go work
Got something for
and
that.
not do what you're supposed to
Got
do,
something for that.
let's clear that up. But just giving extra, you know what I'm saying? Like putting so much into it out of one particular day to where it drains you, to where you, like you said, it depletes you to a point to where you can't even go and chase the dream that you want to chase. You know what I mean? And man, I'll tell you, man, like between, you know, doing this and the work that I do, it has been tough. You know what I'm saying? Getting sleep. But I'm giving up some of the things that that normally would have most of my time to make something grow that I want to do whenever I do want to do it, however I want to do it, what time I want to do it. I don't want to be on nobody's schedule, man. But if you put more effort into making someone else's dreams come true, how the hell are you gonna make yours come true?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody know you gotta work. And if you got your own business, hey, blessings. Make that happen. You know what I'm saying? You're inspiring to get a business, blessings. Make that happen. But you gotta have time to do it. And you can't have 15 different things going at one time. It's only one you. You can't put 100% into 3 different things. Some of your time,
Exactly.
something's going to suffer. Now, what suffers
your
the
body gonna
most is
shut
the
down.
question. Well, your body, you got to take care of your body, because if there's no you, there's no nothing. So, you know, that's a given. But anything that you truly want that's going to be of some level of value requires some level of sacrifice. And if you ain't willing to sacrifice something, then, and normally to grind, you have to sacrifice some rest. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be some long nights, you know, if you, depending on what your grind and what your thing is that you do, you know, but you got to have the energy and the time and from leaving your, you know, being somewhere for 8-9 hours, come home or go to wherever, you know, this thing is and try to give another, you know what I'm saying, 100% towards what, you know, your actual goal is. So, man, you just got to be focused, driven. You got to be hungry and understand that the what you're doing currently, the job that you currently have is just that. It's a job. It's giving you everything in the means that you currently need in order to make sure that, you know what I'm saying, your household functions, right? So we got to get money,
So,
but what we doing with it, you know, is the question. You know what I'm saying? Any goal that you know, that if you're trying to start something from the ground up, it's going to take some money. You got to get it from wherever you need to get it from. You know what I mean? So don't give too much. Give enough to keep your job until you don't need the damn thing no more.
Exactly.
I mean, I believe that's what I'm taking from this dude. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Do enough not to get fired.
So
you know what I'm saying? But do
let me
enough
just say
to
this.
make sure you get it, you secure it, take that money and invest it in your dream, man. You got to be ready to give up something. Go ahead,
Let me
kid.
just say this. Thank you, brother. I used to work for a place called Hannah Brothers. They deal with a lot of the catering on the movie sets and stuff like that down here. And they got their own couple of corporate accounts. So I was at a corporate account for them. And when I first started there, my executive chef's boss was picking my brain. And he goes, "Oh, you've never been an executive or a sous chef. You know, you've been in the game about 30 years. Why is that?" I said, "Because I want to go home. When my job is done, I want to go home." I said, now, don't get me wrong. There are times I don't mind staying behind and helping because that's what it's all about. But I got other stuff going on outside of here that requires just as much, if not more, of my attention. Man looked at me like I had 12 noses because he was such a, you got these people that are so company people that
Oh yeah.
they forget about themselves. And you get so caught up in these positions and the pay and the accolades. And this job I have now, I work from 6:30 in the morning to 2:30 in the afternoon. And on top of that, I don't even have to drive because I treat it like I do at the crib. I done park at the train station and I'm only on the train for 15, maybe 10, 15 minutes. So it don't take me long to get back to my car. In that, I'm trying to get a second job because, like you said, in order to fund, you got to fund your own movements.
Right.
But if I get off at 2:30, then I got time in between now and 6 o'clock to go to the gym, get cleaned up, maybe read a couple of pages in a book and get my thoughts together, or even work on my music, or work on my business. Go get a second job. I work from 6 to 10. Now I got still maybe an hour after I get home to unwind, write my day down. I journal. You know what I'm saying? So in between that, I'm making time for myself. I'm investing into myself. But other times, there was a time I just get off work, go ahead, crack a bill, roll some up, just sit there, watch TV, don't do nothing. Now, last 10 years, 8 to 10 years, I have a routine. My health is really going to be, it's always been important. So you cannot take my workout from me. I have to go work out. Because if I don't work out, I can't be available for you all, as well as myself. I can't be available for who God puts in my way to be ordered to help them. So if I'm giving my all to this job, how can I talk to Cup about playing the drums live for me? Because the man do play drums and quite well. How can I talk to him about that if I don't have time to talk to him about that? You people make time for what they want to. Now, if you want to sit up here and allow a
young
job,
Questlove over there.
oh man, let me tell you, brother, boy. Like I said, we go back to McKinley, boy. We go back to McKinley.
The boy was, you can get him started. The man was sitting. Let me go and tell it. Let me go and tell it for real. You got him started.
We used to get trouble. We used to get in trouble in class for banging on the lunchroom tables and the school desk. That's all me and him would do. You understand what I'm saying? So he is a beast. He is a beast, yes. But check him out.
I ain't mean to throw you off, bro. Go ahead, finish.
No, bro. But I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna wrap it up.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna wrap it up by saying this, man. Invest in you every day. every day as much as possible. You're going to need your employment to another facility for some time being.
That's it. That's it. It's
But
not
at the
forever,
end of
baby.
the day, save your money. Save your money, do all that like Ant was saying. Save your money, put some money away. Learn, and as Cut would say, learn some financial literacy.
He got him
I'm
going.
done. I'm done. I'm done.
We got him screaming and shit.
He got him screaming. He ready.
Learn some
He ready.
financial literacy, people.
Yeah, man. It's important, baby. It's important. Cut, what you
It
got, man?
is, man.
What you got,
Talk
Cut?
to him, bro. Talk to him.
When the brother was speaking right there, I got a few different outputs on that. When he was speaking about your labor and things of that sort, I was just on my phone and something popped up too saying the same thing. And it's scripture, and I'm a faith-based guy, and I'm not into who believe what or what. I just share my moments and opportunity. But to
Right.
piggyback off of that, in Genesis, it's a scripture that speaks on Genesis 3:19. It says, "In the sweat of thy face shall thou eat bread till you return unto the ground. For out of it waste thou taken, for dust thou art unto return." So what I get out of that, and just piggybacking and matching it up with the brother, what he was saying is, because of your labor can't be compensated for. You can work as hard as you want. Your labor can't be compensated for because we wasn't as men and women and kings and queens. We wasn't. That's our title, kings and queens. So to be working as hard as you're working, he's saying that you under some sort of like spell or curse, especially if you're doing this hard and this great, and then these people can turn around and say today or tomorrow, report to human resources or
Yeah.
whoever is in charge of hiring and firing, and get rid of you. You're like, man, I gave them 110%,
Yes, sir.
and they can get rid of you. You're just another commodity, just another piece of a puzzle to the stock market. So I did
That's
catch
it.
what he was saying right there.
Mhm.
And so you don't want to get caught up so much to where we forget who we are, or
Right.
what we are, what we're here for. Because as I grow older each day, I always ask, what is my purpose? What am I here for? What is it that I am supposed to be doing? And we're supposed to be uplifting humanity, a fallen humanity of people. Because if we're blessed to be able to be in our right minds and to have, because common sense ain't so common. We know that. It's a lot of people that initially maybe have been given common sense, but somehow we can take advantage of that and we can lose it easy because of whatever that is we get entangled in. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
Mhm.
So when I found out that speaking like I'm doing, you offer me a place over on your network, and you, man, come on, brother. My purpose is beginning to shape and form and come out a little bit. You know what I mean? Because I'm figuring out day by day that, hey man, you busting your tail over here for this, but you got some people over here that's lost that need to hear your voice. You know what I mean? That don't worry. He said, does the birds of the air worry about food that they should eat? He said, so if the birds don't worry about food, why should you worry? So that was like it hit me like a ton of bricks. So with that, yeah, we don't want to go in. You want to do your job. You got to do your job, of course, but you don't want to go so hard till you forget about, hey, I got a life outside of this, and also I got to save something, like you brothers were just saying. You got to save something for what I want to be accessible to give back for my own business and for my own purpose and journey. You know what
Yes,
I
sir.
mean?
No doubt.
So yeah, and like you said, man, you know, we don't be want to get up to the 9 to 5s every day, but
Man,
we know that
we got to do it
right now, until I can
for
get a
now.
clearer thought or get an idea to give me something else to do that could bring in the funds, I have to do what I have to do. I call it a pass-through entity. You know, our jobs is like a pass-through. meaning that I'm gonna do this to my best of my ability. I'm not gonna overexert myself or hurt myself about it, but I know I can get these few coins to place them here, here, and here, so that way I could create something to where I could put that behind me, and I don't have to keep on, you know, going in somewhere that I really wish that I can put more of that time into my own business and my own setup. So yeah, I can definitely understand what he was saying about, and like you said, metaphorically, you don't want to take what he's saying like let up, slack up, as in the fact that you lose the job, and you know that wouldn't be so common sense. But in the
No.
fact of they ain't gonna give you no whole 110, and then when I get off, I can't read my book, I can't do no business plans for myself, and I'm just out of it, and and I'm steady doing that slugging day to day. That's not what it's meant for. But the scriptures told us that because of disobedience, we will have to suffer for these things out of not being, back to the first insert and clip, not being thankful, not being grateful, because he said it, like again, if we be faithful over the small things, he'll give us more abundant things and we could be rulers over it. So in that, I feel like those both tie in together, like put in my little work here, I'm thankful for it, and then that'll give me more access, because everything comes out of love, abundant of love.
Yes.
The more we can continue to love, despite the people that smite us and kick us and persecute us or whatever it may be, we still have to just return it with love. And because if we return it with that love, what'll happen is we'll heap coals of fire on the other heads, and we'll continue to count out and receive the blessings because we don't return fire with fire. Now, we ain't gonna let no one hurt us or do nothing like that, but what I'm saying is, overall, if we just give back that love, we'll be able to have a multitude of things that we'll be able to be accessible to, that we can continue to grow in our lives and give more and more back to the people, because there's a lot of people, they need to hear your voice, and they need to hear Ken's voice, my voice. And so with that, pushing forward and continuation of that, we'll become more accessible for that thing that we love and for that work. And then our master will provide for everything that we need in our lives, that we could be abundantly blessed to be able to bless others.
No doubt about it.
That's
And
right.
it's definitely to the point the brother was saying, and that was well said too, brother. No doubt about it, man. And
Yes, sir.
And living in Illinois, Illinois is an at-will state.
Yes.
They could come pop you and not even, and you ain't did nothing wrong.
Nothing.
I mean, you're there every day doing OT, the whole nine. I had it happen, man. This was right before my youngest son was born. He was born in January. I was working in college admissions at the time, school downtown, and Kaplan University was the name of it. But man, these people came up in there. They didn't already, it was little rumors, about they was gonna close our site or whatever. They had caught up in that for-profit education scamming shit, and was,
So happened with the Cordon Bleu.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they was all in the same. Everything happened all at the same time. That when they did a huge thing on for-profit education, man. Sent a bunch of undercover people into these schools and their admissions offices, and people was doing shadiness, and they was running up percentages on graduation rates and the percentage of people that their placement rates after you graduate, stuff like that. I ain't gonna go that far, but my point is this. Man, they walked in there, utilized one of the conference rooms, set up 3 long tables, had A through K, L through W, and you get in the line where your last name corresponds, and was passing out folders. Thank you for your service. We're closing right now. Get your and go. Everybody. It wasn't like they just came to the folks who was, really, the frontline people. Everybody. Even the person that keep the toilet paper up in there was gone.
Till the head, the
everybody.
body of
Man,
fire.
what? Man, they cut everybody. The janitors, you hear me? What hey, everybody got it that day, man. And that right there alone, that was the moment for me that I was like, never again. And I'm talking about I used to be up in that joint all day going hard.
Working
Man, for
hard.
real, bro. Because they used to give us bonuses for the amount of
Mm.
our students that we enroll. You know what I'm saying? So if we enroll a certain amount of students and all of them start and they stay in school for a period of time, we get cut a check off of that.
Mm.
And me, bro, I'm enrolling 30 plus people easy every start. So my bonuses was ridiculous. But got complacent, got a little too used to that. You know what I'm saying? And they came in swiped and cut us right at the kneecaps, brother. So, man, being grateful,
Yes, sir.
understanding your calling, being willing to put time into your calling, and try to circle people around you with like minds
Mm-hmm.
is the most to me one of the most important things, man. And because that's gonna help with your energy, everything.
Oh,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Having the right folks around you, dealing with the right people, watching the right things. We are what we consume, man, and a lot of people don't understand that. We are what we consume. Everything from the information to the food. We are what we consume.
Sir.
So, it's just crazy, man. But being grateful, man, and definitely understanding that you do not need to give 1000% to nothing else that doesn't benefit you directly and your family directly. Because
I was really hard on myself about a lot of things, and I was really upset in my mind. I was in a dark place, and my grandmother, alive at the time, God rest her soul,
bless.
she said, you're not being grateful." I said, "What? I got dead wrong. How am I not being grateful? I didn't do any." She said, "Do me a favor. Go find somebody when you feeling hard on yourself, you feel like the world is on your shoulders. Don't wallow in that. Go help somebody. Go right away and go help somebody. When you feel like your world is crumbling, go help somebody. And you be amazed what that do for you and that do for the person that you helping. Take your mind off of your shit and go ahead in there." And she said, "Go help somebody. I don't care if you helping them just rake some leaves. Go help somebody." And that'll take you away, and it'll open your heart more compassionately to being grateful. Period.
Powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Powerful. Coming from somebody seasoned. She said this to you, bro. Man, that's heavy.
Man.
Yes, sir.
That's mad
Yes,
heavy.
sir.
Definitely powerful.
No doubt about it. No
Yes,
doubt
sir.
about it, man. And
I'm
that's a
thankful for
great
this
way to
show.
close it right there, man. Blessings
Yeah.
and condolences to you for the loss of your grandmother, man. You know that
Yes, sir.
somebody that mean a lot to you like that when they go, boy, it's hard to deal with, but you tend to always
Yeah.
think back on these moments and them times and them jewels that they dropped on you. You know what I mean?
But
So,
instead of being sad, I take all them lessons, baby.
yeah, that's the thing.
I'm grateful. I'm grateful for them lessons.
Yes, sir. But my mom, that's like how I stay grounded, man. Because I lost my mother, and that hadn't even been long. She was probably going into the second year, and no, we are going into like the second year, and it was and when those days come, the birthdays, Mother's Day just passed. You know what I'm saying? This was a little bit of a rough one for me, but it goes to what you had just said. That be that moment, man, where I just when I feel it, that feeling of the sadness or whatever, I just start thinking about the good times. You know what I'm saying? And it completely changes my mindset. Like how would she want me to be acting right now? You know what I'm saying? Does she want me to weep and moan for her? Nah. She want me to go get it. Take care of your family, baby. I did my job with you. You go do what you need to do and make sure you and yours is good. You know what I'm saying?
All
So
right.
those be the things, man, that I had to go back on and think about. You know what I'm saying? When I had a moments, the jewels, bro. So I'm with you on that 100%. When I get sad, I had those moments. I definitely rekindle some of them great moments and them great jewels that she dropped on me. That great advice that she gave me. You know what I'm saying? And it what shaped me into the man that I am. So it's definitely
Right.
I'm grateful for that. You
Yes,
know what I'm
sir.
saying? And I'm grateful for you brothers as well, man. You know, y'all always been stand-up dudes, and I appreciate y'all taking some time out of your evening. I mean, Cook done been through uh changing engines and shit today, and still took time to still took
Yeah.
time to, you know, have this moment with us, you know what I'm saying,
Well, it
and
was
chop it up.
important. It's
Yeah,
important. This is
yeah, no
important
doubt.
right here. This is very important, man.
And
It
we
was
gonna do this
important to
some, we
you,
gonna do it
and
more.
I feel honored that you called us.
For sure, man. For sure. And I'm gonna continue to you know, reach out to y'all for certain, you know, for certain things. It may be moments, certain topics. I mean, like, I think they the right cats for this one. You
Come on with
feel
it.
me? So,
Come on with it.
and I need y'all to send me stuff. Ken, you done did it. Cup, I know you got a wealth of stuff you can send. Man,
Oh yeah, we got some.
send me some things because you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm trying to educate myself on other things that I'm
Say
totally
less.
sleep on. You feel me?
Yes, say less.
So send me what you got, man, and you know we can
You
continue to
gotta
grow
get
this.
him on here. You gotta get him on here to start teaching about that financial literacy and the
Oh,
laws,
oh yeah, I
all
checked
that.
it
You
out.
got to get him on here for that, bro. You got to
Yeah,
get this brother on here for that,
no doubt.
bro. We done had them, me and him done had them conversations, bro. When I say this man hold a lot of weight and information, you better goddamn believe it.
But we gonna definitely tap into all of that because
Yeah,
I do
yeah,
have
we locking in.
I definitely have plans to, and if y'all know some folks who have businesses that may be interested, you know, like brick and mortar spots, I want to showcase small businesses on the show. Like literally go to their spot, set up shop with the
All
mics, the
right.
whole, you know, you did, um, and interview them. You know what I'm saying? And have them give the game on what they did to get to this, you know, position that they in, what steps that they take. You feel me? So
Sure.
I want to be able to spread that too. Some business knowledge out to the world. So we gonna tap into all of that, man. And once again, brothers, I'm gonna let y'all get back to y'all life, get back to y'all world. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all be easy out here, all right?
Peace, love, and light to the gods.
Absolutely.
Hey,
One,
man. Love y'all, man.
love you too, brother.
For sure.
All
To
right,
the
I'm gonna
next
get
one.
back with y'all.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. Y'all give it up for the homies once again, man. I appreciate them brothers. I respect them brothers. Their point of views. Man, I absolutely appreciate the time that you both took out of your busy schedules to sit and chop it up with you, boy. You know what I mean? Gratitude, players. Gratitude. But the moral of the story today is to be grateful. Appreciate what you got. A lot of times we just walk around here upset, mad at the world, acting like everybody done did you wrong. You know what I'm saying? You're not taking a look in the mirror and being accountable for any of your actions in the process of this. And just being ungrateful for what you have. Complaining all the time. Shut your ass up. Don't nobody want to hear that. Quit all the whining. Just stop it. Toughen up. Go get it. And be humble for what you got. Yeah, times get hard. Like the homie said in the clip. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. But life ain't easy. And it wasn't designed to be easy. What if it was easy, what would you learn? In order to learn, you must fail. So if everything's easy for you, how do you learn? How do you grow? You can't. It's impossible, right? You gotta be able to fail, to know mistakes in life and rights and wrongs so that you fix things along the way. And quit all the whining. Be grateful for what you have. I've been a victim of the same bad energy, you know? And then you see somebody in a way worse situation than you. And then you be like, oh, damn, well, it's really not that bad. You know? Be grateful. And put some time into your passion. Don't let your job dictate your passion or how much time you put into your passion. And because it's yours, no one else is going to make it happen for you if you don't even put the time in. You cannot cultivate that seed if you don't put any water on it. It won't grow. So you got to put in the work. You got to put in the effort. You got to save some of you at the end of the day so that you have the energy to put in the effort to make that seed grow. Tomorrow's not promised, y'all. Tomorrow is not promised. So every day we open our eyes as an opportunity to right a wrong. Every day we have the opportunity to wake up. It's the opportunity to put more time into your passion. Live in the moment. Tomorrow's not promised. Be nice to people. Give love. Respect people. Respect yourself first. Because if you don't do that, you can't give it. You can't give respect if you don't even respect yourself. You understand? Life is too short, man. It's not promised. Tomorrow's not promised. Being envious and jealous of other people, man, that shit's gonna get you nowhere. They doing their thing, damn it, you can do yours. Find your passion. Find something that makes you smile when you do it outside of going to that damn job. And whatever that thing is, that's probably where your passion is. Gotta be focused on the signs. Gotta see these things. They be coming from out of nowhere. Signs of your passion. But we just so wrapped up in the moment and think we gotta go punch this clock till we stop thinking about our passion. Use the money that you're making on these jobs to fund your passion. And if that job ain't paying enough to fund your passion, then go get another damn job that pay more and fund your passion. Work overtime, whatever you got to do. I know doing overtime is giving more time to them, but you need the money. So if you need the money to fund your passion, you got to put in a little extra work, damn it, then do it. But make sure you leave some energy to put into the passion along with the money, right? But very, very powerful stuff today, you guys. I appreciate, once again, always will, always have appreciated the love. Without the love, we have nothing. Without love, what do we have? Hate. Ain't nobody got time for that. Shit. Want some love up in here. This is how you get through the day, man. This is what makes life worth living. Love. And that's what I got for all of you all who made it to the end of this clip. And before we leave you all, there's going to be a nice motivational quote. I want you guys to take some time and read it and let that sink into your soul. It's your boy, Mr. Anthony, and I appreciate you making it to the end of another episode, and we'll see you on the next one. Be blessed.